The winter before last, we had an historic winter storm, an extended period of sub-freezing temperatures and ice and snow that wreaked havoc on our transportation systems and on our power grid. And from that experience, I realized that I probably needed to put together some emergency meals in my pantry, non-perishable ingredients that I could throw together for meals to feed my family if we only had a heat source. That turned into a couple of videos that were pretty popular, and it's actually time for me to refill my emergency meal bin, so that is what we are gonna do today. While the idea was to come up with meals I could make from solely non-perishable ingredients in case of an emergency, you guys actually came up with lots of great uses for these meals. Some people said they would make fantastic camping meals, or maybe to take in their camper or their RV while they're traveling. Some people said they would be great to take to a college student who maybe has only a hot plate to cook on, somebody who is in an efficiency apartment. Several of you said that you were going to keep those ideas as something that maybe a family member could throw together in case the main cook of the household falls ill or is just out of the house and you need a really quick sort of emergency meal to throw together. Some people said they would be great to take to a friend. Again, I'm gathering all of the ingredients and putting them into a bag according to the meal, so it would be easy to transport those and take them to somebody who is in need. The first thing I'm gonna do is actually finish cleaning out this bin that I have been using to store these meals in. Even though a lot of the items that I was storing are non-perishable, I still like to rotate my stock. So I have actually been making some of these meals or using some of the items in other recipes over the last couple of months, and I just need to kind of clean the bin out, see what's left, and then get ready to fill it up with some more meal options, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a few new ideas. But I will go ahead and link those other videos that I made last year, so if you want some more ideas besides the one that I'm presenting today, you can go and check those out after you watch this one. I'm also going to unpack my Thrive Market box because there were several items that I purchased specifically for the purpose of putting them into my emergency meal storage bin. Thrive Market offers thousands of natural and organic products all in one place on their website. It's easy to search. You can even filter according to lifestyle if you are looking for keto-friendly products, low-carb products if you're trying to eat lower sugar. They have gluten-free products, vegan, vegetarian, all kinds of stuff. So in addition to picking up some of our favorite items like pasta, canned goods, like these fire roasted tomatoes, which are fantastic, applesauce pouches, this brown rice ramen that makes fantastic ramen skillets for super easy weeknight meals, my favorite cold brew concentrate, plus a seasonal oat milk blend. I also picked up some items that would be great for emergency meal storage and will store very easily. Thrive Market has a house brand, and I have actually purchased these rice and bean packets before. These are really fantastic for quick on-the-go lunches. I just toss them into a skillet with some veggies, maybe some leftover proteins. Some single servings of ramen miso soup that would just take hot water to make. I've also heard that these lentils from Tasty Bite are absolutely fantastic, and these plus a rice packet, basically a complete meal, maybe even for 2 people. I also picked out the Tasty Bite Indian Bombay potatoes. Potatoes and chickpeas slow cooked with spices in a zesty tomato sauce. That sounds really delicious as well. These kind vanilla blueberry bars are really good. My kids actually like these. I'm gonna throw a few of these into my bin as well. I purposely picked out some that did not have nuts in them because I feel like the nut-free ones keep a little bit longer. Thrive Market is an online grocery retailer on a mission to make healthy living affordable for everyone. In fact, Thrive Market has a one-to-one membership initiative. For every membership that's purchased, they give one to a family in need. Why might a family need this, you may be asking? Well, if a household has specific dietary preferences or needs, like food sensitivities or allergies, and they don't have a grocery store near them that has those items or has them at an affordable price, it can be very difficult. I actually got these snacks for free just for placing an order with them. Who doesn't like free stuff? Actually, speaking of free stuff, Thrive Market is sponsoring today's video, and they are offering a deal. Right now, when you visit the link in the description box or go to thrivmarket.com/cmindymom and sign up for a membership, you're going to get a free gift worth up to $60. That's thrivmarket.com/cmindymom, or click on that link in the description box below. Sign up for the annual membership. It's the biggest bang for your buck. It comes out to around $5 per month whenever you purchase that annual membership. Plus, when you do, Thrive Market is going to gift one to a family in need so that they can have access to all of those products, especially geared towards special dietary preferences and needs, all in one place. Okay, these grain-free chocolate mint brownie thins from Lillaby, keto-friendly, paleo, grain-free. Okay, these are good. These are delicious. Thank you again to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it. I am here at Walmart in the grocery store, picking up some items to make the meal kits that are gonna go in my emergency bin, but I also wanted to look specifically for some ready-to-eat items to put in its own bag. Things like maybe peanut butter crackers or beef jerky, items that don't require any cooking, that are just ready to eat, and something that I can grab if we need to leave the house, or grab really quickly if there's somebody that we need to take them to. I wanted to include some applesauces in my emergency bin, but since I'm gonna be storing these for a while, I specifically wanna pick up these see-through pouches, the ones that have like a clear front so that you can see what's inside. And the date on these is several months away, and I can always toss them into the snacks bin whenever we get close to that, and the kids will gobble them right up, pack them in their lunches, take them for snacks. But I wanted to look for the see-through pouches, and Mott's has several different kinds available. We've actually had these before. The kids love them. So I'll probably have to hide these at the bottom of the bin so they don't eat them. I like this stuff for an emergency bin meal option because it doesn't require butter or milk like traditional mac and cheese does. It just requires that you be able to cook the pasta and then the sauce is ready to spread over the top. There's also, you know, a Walmart brand too. I saw these the last time I was in Walmart and I thought this was an interesting concept. There must be powdered milk in here because these are cereal cups, and it says all you have to do is add cold water and stir to create real milk. Well, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and pick up some of the regular cereal cups because I found some little cartons of shelf-stable milk at Thrive Market that I purchased. It was a package of 4 small cartons. I didn't want to get the big cartons because then if we didn't use it all, I'd have to find a way to refrigerate it. But the little ones, along with a couple of these cereal containers, you know, that could be something that would be useful in a pinch. They do have some smaller cartons of shelf-stable milk here at Walmart. They've got the Carnation brand. This would be just like a vitamin D. This is like a whole milk. And then they actually have a coconut one as well. And this is evaporated milk, so I assume that you would maybe add water to it. Yeah, like 1-to-1 to make it more like milk. I'm actually sitting in front of the nuts section, and I'm actually reminded of a conversation I had with Christine over at Frugal Fit Mom a couple months back about this. Nuts aren't always a fantastic option for long-term storage because they can go rancid. Since I am rotating my stock pretty regularly, I decided I'd pick up just a couple of these little jars of mixed nuts that they have here in the Great Value brand. The date is more than a year and a half out, and again, we can always just pop these into our bag when we're heading out the door to a swim meet or a basketball game, or I'll just rotate them into the snack options before we reach the date. By the way, Christine does have some really fantastic ideas on this same topic, and also I've noticed that Kimmy at She's in Her Apron has also posted some videos recently along these lines, so I'll leave some of their recent videos linked in the description box below if you want to check those out and get some more ideas. There is so much you can do with these flavored rices, you know, like this cheddar broccoli one or this chicken one. You can add some canned chicken or some chickpeas, maybe a can of mixed vegetables. For this Spanish style one or the taco rice up here, you could do beans and corn. You can do similar things with the flavored noodles as well. In the videos I made last year, I actually built several meals around canned chicken. I put together one bag that included ingredients for like a chicken and gravy. I also came up with sort of a chicken tortilla soup with other canned ingredients, and I was even able to create a really delicious chicken noodle soup that utilized a can of table cream to add a little bit of richness to it. I know that pasta marinara is not a super exciting meal, but again, we're just looking for meals to get us through. And to jazz up the sauce a little bit, I thought I would throw in a can of these fire roasted tomatoes. And I'm also going to put in that bag a few of the packets of crushed red pepper and Parmesan cheese that I have from some of the like pizza places and Italian food places maybe that we've had takeout from. I'll also toss in a can of green beans so we can have a vegetable side, and there's a really easy meal that I just need water and a heat source to cook. I specifically chose pasta sauce in a can, and Hunt's makes pasta sauce that comes in a can because I didn't want to include any glass jars in my little bin because of where it sits. Stuff falls on it sometimes, and I didn't want anything to break. But I did have something else in mind with the pasta sauce, and that is the 2-ingredient tomato soup that I make, which is just prepared pasta sauce and heavy cream or half and half. Now, heavy cream or half and half, or most milk products aren't shelf stable, but I do find this table cream in the Hispanic food section in my Walmart, and I have used this a number of times for these kinds of meals, and it's basically like evaporated half and half, so it makes something really rich and creamy. So I'm probably going to use 2 cans of the pasta sauce for 1 can of cream, and then I can just season it with a little salt and pepper. Maybe I'll throw a few of those crushed red pepper packets into the bag with this so that I can add a little kick to it. Now, unfortunately, bread and cheese are not really shelf stable, so a grilled cheese is out of the question for the emergency meal storage. But I figured the next best thing to a nice, delicious grilled cheese sandwich are some grilled cheese crackers. So I actually picked up this box of cheese crackers in the Lance brand. It's a grilled cheese, cracker and cheese, and I thought that these might go really well with the 2-ingredient tomato soup, so it's all going in a bag together. I also really wanted some kind of chili situation, so I decided I would start with a can of prepared chili. This is the no beans chili, and that I would add a couple of cans of mixed chili beans. These are already seasoned, and there's several different kinds of beans. I picked these up at Walmart. And I'm also gonna toss in the bag with those ingredients a can of tomato sauce and 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. And I did pick up just a packet of chili seasoning. A lot of these items are already seasoned, so I probably wouldn't need this whole pack, but so I would just basically dump all of those cans together into a pot with the seasoning, maybe a little bit of water if it needs it, and just let it simmer as long as I have, or heat up. The longer it simmers, probably the better it would taste. And I'm already including crackers in my box as a quick meal option with peanut butter, so we could have that 1 pot, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can chili with some crackers. This next meal, admittedly, is not one of my favorites, although it was when I was a kid. And my kids really like it. I don't make it very often because it includes some ingredients that I'm just a little bit sensitive to. I don't use them very often. One of them is Velveeta. And it's not that I have anything against processed cheese. It's just I don't really care for it that much, so I don't use it that much in my cooking. However, my mother did make a tuna casserole growing up that everybody liked, and I can definitely adapt it to be made with shelf-stable ingredients. In fact, the only thing in the original recipe that isn't shelf-stable is milk, so I just picked up a can of evaporated milk. Where did it go? It's right here. So I just picked up a can of evaporated milk to use in place of the fresh milk that my mom would have used to make this. She would take about a pound of Velveeta and cube it up and put it into a saucepan with a can of cream of chicken plus 1 can's worth of milk, which would be just a little bit less than what's in here because this is 10 ounces and this is 12. She would then add 2 cans of tuna, and she would stir that over medium to low heat until the sauce was melted. While she was doing that, she would cook up a package of egg noodles. And when the egg noodles were done, she would just combine them with the sauce. And she would always pour it into a casserole dish and reheat it in the oven at 350 until it was heated through about 25 minutes or so. But you can just put this all in one pot. Like, you could cook the noodles and then remove them, and then you could make the sauce, and then you could put the noodles back in with the sauce, and it's ready to eat right then. And like I said, I know that if you are not a fan of processed ingredients, it's not ideal, but I will say that my kids do like this, and I still make it occasionally because it's one of those like comfort food things that they all really like. Picky eater approved meal. Now, I do not have just a ton of storage to devote to this purpose. I just have a bin, you know, like a bin that you would store clothes in. I think it's, you know, one of those like 10-gallon bins that you can buy at Walmart or Target or somewhere else that sells those, the kinds of things that we store our Christmas decorations in, you know. And I will put the ingredients for each meal into different bags. And this time I'm actually kind of writing out a little bit of a recipe card. Before I just put what it was because I figured I'm the one who's gonna make them. But since so many of you gave great ideas for how to use these in other ways, including taking them to other people, I figure it is very prudent for me to jot down some instructions that go along with those ingredients so somebody else would be able to make that meal in a pinch. And then this bin just slides into a specific spot at the bottom of my pantry. And it's there if we need it. If we needed to take one out to take somewhere, if we needed to grab that bag of ready to eat items to go somewhere, if I needed to take the whole bin with me, it's right there. It's all in one spot. We all know exactly where it is, and it's not taking up a bunch of space. With the previous videos that I made on this topic, several of you said that you were going to use those ideas when building your hurricane preparedness boxes. And I am actually filming this in the days following Hurricane Ian sweeping across most of Florida. My husband and I tied from the income of this channel to charities, and we will be making a donation for Hurricane Ian relief to the Salvation Army. If you are interested in doing so as well, I'll leave a link in the description box. Thank you again to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video and being a longtime sponsor of See Mindy Mom. Don't forget to visit that link in the description box below or go to thrivemarket.com/SeeMindyMom. When you sign up for a membership, you're going to get a free gift worth up to $60. For more emergency meals, check out the links to some other videos I've made on this topic that I have left in the description box. I'll pick out one of these videos and I'll see you there.